Welcome to Shorts Beyond Measure, where fashion, interiors, and psychology get the stylish, savvy, and slightly therapeutic touch.
We're Tara West, Caroline Baltz, and Allison Goldberg, a fashion stylist and two interior designers who are also trained as psychotherapists.
So let's get into what's trending, what's tired, and what's actually worth your time. Because good style and good decisions should never be short-lived.
All right, ladies, good morning.
Morning.
Hi.
So, did you guys hear that Saks?
Oh, I did. It's filing for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
But I think it's like a ploy. I don't think it's actually happening.
I don't know. I mean, have you been into Saks lately?
They're pretty empty.
Nothing there.
I was just in Saks in New York. Yeah, you're right. There was it was bare bones.
The Boston one is really bad. I'm usually there at least 3 times a week. And this past fall, I was barely there because there was nothing.
Sad.
But it is the trend. I mean, things are changing.
Are things on sale? Should we go to Saks today?
Maybe this is to get everybody into
This is actually, if you guys want to know, it's actually a really good time to shop right now because there will be things on sale. Resort is in, and not a lot of people buy a lot for resort, and then spring will start. So if you're looking for like those great winter boots, it's a really good time to go.
Good tip.
Yeah. And I brought that up because AI seems to be really taking over, right? And so you wonder, does that have something, will that affect shopping? Will that affect interior design? I mean, these are all conversations that I've had and are having with people about AI because people are concerned. I have a daughter in college. It's what is she going to go? What career will she go into that won't be affected by AI? So will our businesses be affected? That's the question.
Yeah, no, it's a big topic, and I think it's evolving. Like we've talked about AI on this podcast in the past, and it's very different now, 6 months later from when we talked about it.
Yeah.
We have a client right now who hired us to do bathrooms and a kitchen or whatever, and she knows she needs a designer, so she values us. I don't feel like she doesn't appreciate what we can offer, but what she did as a first step is she took a picture of her kitchen, she put it into AI and was like, make my kitchen look really nice and modern or whatever. And it's terrible.
Yeah.
Did she show you what they came back with?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
She's like, this is what I've done, and here's it in blue and here's it in white and whatever. And we're like, oh my God. And so she made it like a galley kitchen, which is really ineffective and it's not a good use of her space. Number 2, what AI of course couldn't take into account is when Allison and I were in the space, the most beautiful sun-drenched area of the kitchen has this view of the monument in Charlestown, and that was not being capitalized vis-a-vis this AI image that she had, because of course how would it know that that's the money spot in the kitchen?
Right, wouldn't know.
No.
You'd have to physically see that.
Definitely.
So people will still need you, obviously.
I mean, at least for the foreseeable future, right? If they want it done right, I mean, they might be happy with what AI could produce for them, but like they're going to miss a big portion of the value add that we can offer, I think.
I agree. And I think that the one-on-one personal aspect is really so valuable. People get to know you. It's like being a therapist on Zoom. Like you do Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Therapy. And I never did that because it didn't exist when I was a therapist. But there's so much we've talked about before is being in a room with somebody because you read their body language and there's so much expression. And especially if you're doing couples therapy, you can see the interaction between the two people. Well, when you're working with somebody in one of our jobs, I'm in somebody's closet. I see their stuff. I see them naked. I see them dressed. It's
You want to see me naked? Is that why you asked to come in my closet?
Everybody's seen you naked. That's nothing new.
I mean, it's all over the place. But really, it's such an intimate relationship because you're working within somebody's home, and that's their most intimate space. So I would find it very hard to have AI take that over.
Yeah, I think AI can take it so far. So if you have no budget, like go for it. Like ask AI like to find some furniture for you. But they don't have that human touch. It doesn't listen necessarily to like your emotional needs. But I do think it's coming. Like I can't wait for my AI husband in 2040. He's going to do everything I ask.
Well, so that it's interesting that you say that, because I feel like that is a piece of what's going on with AI, in that people are asking it these questions and asking it all these questions that they've been afraid to ask anybody in the world, right? They're so excited to like get some information, but AI has that positive spin on everything. And even if you say the harshest thing back to me about this topic or whatever, it still doesn't, and it's not honest. And so I feel like the backlash then is people want to be told what's really going on. They want others to be honest. They want somebody to say, no, that's not going to work for your kitchen. Take advantage of this. Or
I was actually using chat as a therapist.
Yeah, you told us.
And then I went back and I was like, wait, this is all BS. They're literally telling me like what I want to hear. And so I put in act as my best friend and now tell me. And it was so different. It still isn't the same as having a conversation with you guys, but like just the fact that I had to say, wait a second, this isn't right. It can really steer you in the wrong direction.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Well, Dave, I'm wondering, are you concerned with your career?
Always. So, I mean,
You're fired.
For the most part, AI makes podcasting easier because it helps with editing and like writing show notes from a transcript and things like that. But it's, the heartbeat of a podcast is the conversation, and like, working with you guys to put out the best show possible is a real creative process that can't necessarily be done by AI. So I'm kind of, watching it, but the potential for the thing is incredible. I mean, you can sometimes I'll take a transcript of a podcast, I'll put the whole transcript into ChatGPT and to tell me 5 good things this podcast does and 5 where it could use improvement. And some of the ideas are shit. Some of them are good, so you take it for what it's worth, but it is a tool. It's a big time saver. But what you were saying about the bad advice and always being positive, it's very true. You could have the most harebrained idea and ChatGPT go, well, that's not a bad idea. There was South Park has been, this kind of on fire this year, mostly lampooning Trump, but they had one where the husband was falling in love with ChatGPT and pulling away from the wife. And the wife just attested, said, hey, ChatGPT, I have an idea. I want to create a restaurant that features only like spaghetti and waffles. And ChatGPT was like, that's a pretty good idea. Nobody's tried that before. It's like, really, we know it's the worst idea in the world.
Right. Well, from the influencer perspective, it definitely does help because it will write captions that actually will be seen.
We've been using it too.
And because that's what you need. You need literally to know exact words that will be searched or found. And so in that regard, I think that it's been extremely helpful, and it will be helpful for influencers and posting and social media because it directs you exactly where you need to go.
Yeah, but it's never going to shop for your body or shop for your colors and what's going to look best on you and what's trending. Like you need that, getting that personal connection and the vibe of somebody.
Right, and it's the visual. Like I'm, as you probably are too, such a visual person. When I start to work with somebody, I always say, I just need to come in your closet, even if they're like, I hate everything.
Right.
I learned so much about somebody for being 5 minutes in their closet, whether they like it or not. You walk into somebody's home, I'm sure you can tell a lot about somebody.
I kind of want to go home and video my closet, put it into chat and say, what pieces are missing here, and then have you come do it and see who's better.
All right.
Tara or chat?
That's a good idea. Yeah. Well, because people are using it to like film their refrigerator and be like, what ingredients should I make dinner out of tonight? Like,
Well, that's genius. That's actually great. I do that a lot, but in my head, I'm like, here's what we have. I'm going to make something now.
yeah.
It's always a gamble.
Always a
I
gamble.
wish they could just cook for me. That'd
I know.
be the best.
I know. We've been using Feast and Fettle a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw a truck for the feast. How is that?
So I feel like it's like everything else. Like the first week, you're like, so good. And then like you kind of get sick of it.
But is it prepared food?
It's prepared.
So it comes fully
Yeah,
prepared.
so I just have to put it in the oven. It's hard because we're out of the house 4:30 to 9:30 every night. So like, when am I making dinner?
Right.
So it's great in that sense that I can, have a vegetable and a side and like a main course for everyone, and they can eat as needed. But it's not the same as when I cook.
Right. I got the Jennifer Fisher cookbook. Do you guys know Jennifer Fisher?
No.
She's a jeweler. She's also
I think you told us about this.
and so I got her a cookbook, which is it's anti-inflammatory.
I love that diet.
And
That's
it's
the best.
Hudson hates everything I make, but I still make it. But it's been really good. It's actually super easy recipes and healthy.
One of my best friends from childhood. We should actually have her on. She's a cookbook author as well, but they're like easy and flavorful. Her background, she's Iranian, so like a lot of spices and she loves like feta cheese and stuff. But yeah, I used to cook and it used to take like 3 hours. Like, no, I want something that takes 20 minutes and then you throw it in the oven, like sheet pan supper or whatever.
Totally. And the kids will actually eat it.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the most important part, right? I think dinner's the worst thing ever when you have children. It doesn't matter. It sucks.
They complain no matter what.
It's also just, you have to make it. You know that it has I done. They have to eat.
I know.
Do they though?
So monotonous.
And with a busy day, all you're like, I have to do dinner. It sucks.
I know. But I feel like that's every meal with the kids.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Until they get older, and then they can kind of fend for themselves.
Drew can do like, ramen, mac and cheese. Like he'll cook some small stuff. And the girls love to make experiments in the kitchen, which is... Jesus, always a disaster. I think we still have like a metal bowl of some sort of experiment from like a week and a half ago. That's probably poisonous at this point.
She's like, school start, please.
Yeah, please. This is the longest vacation ever.
I know.
It has been long.
It's really long.
Well, Sienna doesn't go back to school till the 17th of January. That's a long break.
Yeah, that's college.
College, yeah.
Yeah. Did they have 5 weeks?
5 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I used to
which
have.
was good to go away for a while.
Hit my face on the microphone.
Talk to them.
Well, it's exciting that people want to be on our podcast. And I think that we should throw it out to our listeners. If you guys have any recommendations of people you would like to hear on our podcast, we have a pretty good list of people to come, but it's always nice to know if they want to hear something else or are interested in something. I do have a dentist friend who would like to come on, which is the power of
free cleanings.
He said it's the power of a smile.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, you're on.
Well, what's the personality? Like, we're only like good
I think
vibes
you guys would. It's going to be a face off.
Oh, good. I'm in. Only good energy people.
But I thought that was an interesting take because it is true.
Yeah.
The power of a smile. Teeth can change everything.
Absolutely.
You
They
know
tell
what I mean?
you so much about a person, how they take care of themselves, too.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a window to the soul.
And then maybe we should
No, it's
have
the eyes, you idiot.
Teeth are, too.
I was thinking makeup. We should have one of you get your makeup done. And for spring
can we have
colors,
Denise on?
Oh,
we can have
yes.
Denise on.
She's
and
so good.
she can show us just like a couple easy things to tips because I love easy tips. I'm not good with makeup and I would love like a 5-minute put together your face.
I'm
The way
telling
she
you.
contours,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Contouring is so hard, so maybe we can ask her to come on and show us.
She-
Everybody would love that.
I
And
think
she's
that'd be so fun.
good energy, and like transforms your face.
Yeah. I've seen her work. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's
No, my
amazing.
father-in-law told me he didn't even recognize me. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but he like walked right by me. I was like, wow, I must look really good.
That was
But I
funny.
think that kind of stuff is fun. I think people like takeaways. So we can take away some of her tips,
Yeah.
which is great.
I'll text her.
She's great. And the power of a smile, I love. So, look forward to some great guests coming on.
Yes. Yep. Can't make AI do that.
No, you can't.
All right, guys.
All right.
See you next time.
Bye.
That's it for this week's shortlist. Thanks for listening.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, share it, leave a review, or let us know what's on your short list.
Shorts beyond measure, because the most important things in life can't be quantified.